Hi friend, my name is Daniel Perdiguero and today we are going to be seeing which camera bag I use for wildlife photography and carrying the big lenses. And also I'm going to walk you through the things that I really like about it and the things that I wish they were here or they were not here. We'll see through the video, so let's get started. Cool, so this backpack is a very interesting bag. It's a Lowepro Nature Tracker all-weather 2 and I believe they don't manufacture it anymore. I got it secondhand. It looks like a really well-made bag. So if you see here, the padding into the shoulder straps is really thick. Also, the race belt is very thick and very padded. A little bit on the softer side, I would say. But then, if you check the straps that surround it, they are divided in two. So then they allow for some flexibility whenever you are walking. And then the straps are really thick and really well cushioned. Also, the back is very well padded. It's a very thick padding, and you can adjust the torso length by a Velcro system that you can just detach from the back and then move it, and you can basically adjust where the straps start based on your torso length. In my case, I'm on the shorter side, so I have it all the way down. Okay. Then very convenient, it has a rubberized handle on the top, which is also quite heavy duty, and then it has the load lifters on the top, so you can really make the bag close to your upper part of the body. So with this, you basically pull the bag towards your shoulders and then make for a better fit on your back. Okay. Some other things that this bag has, they are quite interesting. Like for example, all around it has this system, which is not a MOLLE system, but this system that would allow you to strap here whatever. So for example, your tripod, or would allow you to also have it on the side, or trekking poles, or anything. Okay. Very interesting bag. If we check here on the top, we have the same system. So we have some bungee ropes here that you can undo and then attach any kind of big thing on the top. I've tried here carrying the lens. It's not the most convenient in the planet, but yeah, why not? Also here on the side, you have these buckles that will allow you, same thing, to click and detach anything quite quickly. We have one on the top, and then here on the bottom we have this system with the bungees as well. Okay, a very interesting system, definitely very unique. I haven't seen this anywhere else. I've seen that they moved to the MOLLE with the other ones, with the newer versions, but not with this one anymore. Then the camera bag has another pocket in the front that kind of or sorts of open. I believe that this is waterproof. Definitely it's a very high density material and it reaches the bottom, so it's quite interesting. And then let's start with some parts or some things that I don't like about the bag. Well, the first thing is that it stands quite nicely. This is a plus point for Lowepro and for this bag in particular. But then if you want to open the bag, if you want to open the backpack and then access your camera gear, you need to lay it on the same spot where you are going to be carrying the weight. So you actually need to put all this back part onto the mat, onto the ground, onto the dirty surfaces, wherever you lay it down, because the bag opens in the front. So opens like this. Okay. Then if I open it, let's see. Then the opening space of the backpack is quite large. So if I just show you here, I have the 200 to 600 from Sony, and I can attach the body with no problem. It's more than enough room for it. And then the padding inside is typical Lowepro, pretty standard, a bit older already, but very high quality, and I totally believe that your bag will be more than protected. Something interesting is that I don't know why you would like you would do this, but you can detach here the Velcro, and then you can sort of remove the padding from the outer of from the shell of the backpack. However, you cannot totally do it. Like, I cannot remove the whole compartment, so I don't know exactly why this Velcro is here. Maybe some kind of hidden compartment. I have no idea. But yes, pretty standard, just thick padding. On the other side, however, we have these mesh pockets, which are again pretty standard for Lowepro bags nowadays. But well, they have many little details. Like, for example, if you close the zip, then you have these to protect it from scratching any part of your equipment. Okay, so overall, it's a very interesting bag. It doesn't have any spot for putting your laptop. So in my case, I was carrying it in the front, but it's a kind of minimalistic bag in terms of features, or not features, but actually spaces for storing things more than your camera gear. If you have this backpack, you will probably be using it mostly for carrying your camera around. And then it brings me to something that I'm considering lately, and that will play a key role into my choice of the next backpack. And this is that you need more gear than your camera gear. That is logical and obvious. So then in my case, what I will do is that I will look for a camera bag that offers me this compromise of, yes, having my camera gear and also something that I will need during a hike. For example, something that I'm getting at the moment. For example, something that I'm considering at the moment is this kind of pouches, which are just pouches that are padded inside, meant for taking your camera around. So we have dividers here and so forth. Although they are not as protective as your typical camera bag, they offer you the flexibility of using a really great bag or a lightweight bag and then take it with the rest of your equipment. Yeah, of course, you won't have the quick accessibility that these backpacks give you, or some other ones with the side pocket, but still you will have a really great bag. Like, for example, I have here an ultralight bag that I can just stuff the carrying pouch or the internal camera unit inside, and then have a really nice bag without the sacrifices of not being able to take my gear with me, my hiking gear, you know? And this brings me to the last big, huge problem of this bag. In particular, this bag. There are others that are the same, but it's super heavy. This bag, without any weight, is more than 4 kilograms. This is an enormous weight that I'm really not very comfortable taking. Even though the comfortability of this bag is more or less okay, I don't manage to make it fit me perfectly. I've tried everything. I've tried adjusting the torso length a million times, but all in all, this is not a hiking backpack, and it is not made for hikers. I would say this is made for you if you want to go for 1 to 5 kilometers maximum walk, I would say, with your gear, and that's it, because you cannot take, you don't even have a pouch for your bottle of water, so it's totally missing the point of what hiking adventure with your photo gear should be. Alternatives to this, I would say that the same ones that I'm looking at. I've seen Morten Hilmer videos in which he is actually recommending you to take high quality hiking backpack and then putting inside some ICUs from Shimoda or from f-stop or any other brand that they make internal camera units. In my case, I will go with the Shimoda Action X50 version 2, probably. That will be my next bag. And the problem is that they are horribly expensive. That's my main concern. But I think that having the flexibility of switching the internal camera unit for whenever I'm using the large lens or whenever I'm using the system with the large lens, like for example for landscape photography or for just a hike and then a macro lens, those things are more important for me than anything else. And also having still the flexibility of accessing the camera gear kind of easily, that's something that nothing else can beat. So for example, if you have the flexibility of just opening a space on the side of your bag, taking the camera out and taking a photograph, that will probably guarantee that you get more photographs than if you have to now take the camera bag out and then put it on the floor, then making dirty the area where you are carrying it from, and then taking your camera and putting everything back. That might delay you quite a bit. Or then the next time that you're taking the camera for a walk, if you had a horrible experience because your backpack was way too heavy and you didn't have any way of carrying your water bottle in a convenient shape or a convenient manner shape, then probably you will not take it and you will just go without the camera. So I hope that this video helps you a bit if you are considering this camera bag or in general any camera bags. These are some aspects that I would recommend you to pay attention to. I have had many camera bags in the past and I will probably be continuing to do some gear reviews in the future. So if you like it, please subscribe and like this video so we can reach more people. All the best. See you in the next.